Welcome to PaleriderTV, back with another video. Here we go. Split sleeper on your logbooks. 5.5, 7.3, 6.4, whatever. I used to never run split sleeper. I could never grasp. It's a lot of work. You got to know what you're doing, or you're going to screw it all up. But that kind of new pilot program is they're going to start allowing maybe a 5.5 split. Work 5, take 5 minute, 5 hour break, 5 minute, 5 hour break, go right back at it. Got 5 hours. So I don't know. What do y'all think? I got the video here from Commercial Carrier Journal's YouTube channel. So I'm going to go here and check it out and see what's going on.
Even more reasons to choose Dello. The Trump administration is once again looking into making some adjustments to truck drivers' sleeper berth times. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Jason Cannon and my co-host is Matt Cole. FMCSA last month announced 2 hours of service-related pilot programs that would give drivers more flexibility in how and when they take breaks. Last week, we discussed a split duty period program that would allow truck drivers to pause their daily 14-hour clock for between 30 minutes and 3 hours each duty cycle.
This week, we're looking at the Flexible Sleeper Berth Pilot Program, which would allow participants to utilize more split sleeper berth options, including a 6-4 and a 5-5 hour split, in addition to the currently allowed up to 7 and 3 hour splits.
Safety groups, I would say, number one, are going to say, hey, man, we don't like this idea because we don't like the driver driving 5 hours, sleeping, and going back and forth. They're going to say, look, a driver doesn't get enough rest after 5 hours. But there are truck drivers, and I have a handful that say, look, I can't sleep more than 4 or 5 hours. I just sit there doing one of these, counting the time.
Yeah, twiddling your thumbs, waiting. You get up, you take your required mandatory break, and you're up early, and you gotta. You're not up early, but you're rested, you're ready to go, and you still can't go because you got a couple more hours before your hours will allow you to start driving again. You just go through that all the time. I think it's a waste of time. So maybe they got something going on here with the 5-5 split.
Go by. So I do like the 7-hour break or the 8-hour break, the current one, because it gives the drivers rest, and I like it for that reason. I think that would be a little more safe.
This 4-month proposed pilot sounds a lot like a sleep study for truck drivers.
Yeah.
As proposed, participating drivers would receive a study-provided smartphone installed with data collection applications necessary for research, such as fatigue measurement apps, survey apps, and such. Drivers also will receive a smartwatch. But before we hear more about that,
they will receive a smartphone and a smartwatch for the test. Like he said, it's probably a glorified sleep test to see how your body operates under a 5-5 split. I don't know. I'm going to pause this here in a few minutes.
Let's hear from our sponsor, Chevron Lubricants.
Let's go.
I would like to see this data, because what we have now, we already have, I believe, a good amount of data because we've been running this thing for almost the 5th year. And so we know what the current one does. I'd like to see this one. Maybe they figure out something in between. I mean, one of my frustrations when trucking was, there'd be some nights you'd be running and you're not tired, man. It's a full moon.
Right,
you got a lot of energy. You're like, man, I wish I could make another 200 miles. I could easily make another 200 miles, but you can't because your hands are tired. And I always tell my drivers like this, look, if you're tired, I want you to go to sleep. And I tell them at nighttime, go to sleep. Between midnight, if possible, if you're not making a nighttime delivery, midnight and 5 o'clock, I want you in bed sleeping, because that's when most accidents happen.
Here we go. I'm going to stop this right here. I don't know what truck stop this is, but it's a good aerial view, right from a drone or something. But it looks like it's late at night and everybody's parked up for the night, getting their rest. If you notice this row of trucks here on the bottom of the screen, that looks like that's legal, quotation marks, legal truck parking. And these guys up here are parked up here. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on this little row up here. I think maybe they extended that row a little too far because there's a little space here between this truck, the 4th truck up, and the 5th truck up. There's probably something there that's supposed to end that row. These trucks down here on this bottom row, they're going to have a hard time getting out from about here to here, depending on which way they have to turn out. But see, that's what you got to look for when you're looking for a parking spot at night, is what can potentially happen, because truck drivers, I've been guilty of it myself, will park anywhere they think they can get by with. I try not to do that, but sometimes you just can't help it. But you have to watch out for that. If you have to get out early in the morning before everybody else, watch where you park. All right, that's it. Let's continue with the video. That's my 2 cents on truck parking.
It's like the danger zone. I mean, even if you break down, it's hard to get somebody out there.
The Mayo Clinic recommends that adults get at least 7 hours of sleep, and the 5 and 5 split would pull up just short of that.
7
Now,
hours
there's plenty
of
of people who can get by just fine on 5 hours of sleep. The problem will be the people who just think they can.
This 5-hour driving, 5-hour sleeping, could be done temporarily. You can't run week after week, month after month doing this because, truck driving is just a hard job as it is. It's mentally exhausting. People think that, you just sit behind the wheel. Good luck. I'd love to put those people in. The motoring public doesn't understand. They just don't understand. They just see truck drivers as a nuisance on the road. But in the long run, that could burn a driver out. And that is where these study groups are coming in and saying,
I always thought that a split sleeper I know you could use it all the time, but I figured it, if you have to use it, you can use it, but I don't know. Do you use it once in a while? Is it any good? Or do you use it all the time? I don't know. Either or partly this, partly that.
When the driver's young, 23, that's a different story.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Also, all my older truck drivers are like in their 60s to say, listen, I haven't slept 7 hours for 10 years.
Right. I haven't slept 7 years and 10 hours. I haven't slept 7 hours in 10 years or more. I think that's
it
about
for this
it.
week's 1044. You can read more on ccjdigital.com while you're there.
I'll put the link to their channel there, probably in the description. And that's a good little informative YouTube channel. It's not a real large channel. It's a little bit bigger than mine, but they have a lot of good information. So go give them a sub. Tell them the old PaleriderTV sent you over there. But Sleeper Berth. All right, let's get back. Let's see. I never used it. I don't remember, maybe once or twice since they allowed that under logs. I don't know. It's been a while since they can't remember when they allowed the split sleeper. But I had a friend of mine out there. We all know the trucker's table. He religiously used the split sleeper, and it was always confusing to me. I couldn't keep track. Well, every time I had a question about that, somebody asked me about the split sleeper, I would refer them to Triple T because he knew exactly what he was doing. I could never figure it out. He explained to me more than once how to use it, and it's confusing to me, so I didn't use it. I stayed away from it. I just used my regular, 14-hour clock and all that good stuff. And but there's some times I probably could have done it, but you drive 5 hours, sleep berth another 5 hours, get up at 5 hours, do it again 5 hours. That's like, say you average 50 miles an hour. With traffic and everything, but you probably average more. Just say you get 250 miles in 5 hours. You still get 10 hours a day, so 500, 600 miles a day. But you don't have to do it all at once. You can do it 5 on, 5 off, something like that. I guess. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm explaining that right because sleeper berth is always confusing. So let me know down in the comment section if you ever use the split sleeper. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody watching. Be sure to give this video a like. Be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I appreciate it. So everybody have a good day and stay safe.